Hey, hi guys. So welcome back to our chapter 13. So what we are doing here. So we have already write our complete chain code with the proper logic. Now it's time to set up our Node SDK. So Node SDK we have already seen in the earlier videos where we are trying to run our chain code to check the setup, right? So what we are gonna do, we're gonna reuse that all those things, and we'll try to do the proper setup again. Cool. So there I can see the register admin, register user is there. Register admin, as you know, to this particular script is we use to create certificates for admin. So for each organization, we need the admin, right? And with that admin, we'll register the user against that. So that is what it is here. So this is a query chain code function. I can see the script to query the chain code. But what I will do, I'll just simply remove all those things we don't need, and whatever the wallet ID is there also there. We'll try to create things from the fresh. So simply I'll remove these three stuff. Yeah. And we'll create a fresh stuff over here. Okay. So what we'll do very first, what are you asking for? Oh, okay, access denied. What happened? Okay, I lose my instance access. Let me try. Okay. I cannot delete it directly. So let me try it from the terminal here. What do we need to remove? We need to remove registerAdmin.js, or else we'll try to rename it. Just keep it as it is. Let me try here. Sudo remove hyphen R wallet. So I'm using here GCP instance to do all the stuff. Now, yeah, my wallet got removed. So previously I was trying to remove things from my own permission. Then later I used the sudo permissions to delete. So it got deleted. So the same thing we can do for other files as well. Register admin and then register user. Okay, try to remove it. Yeah, cool. It's got removed, and then let's try to remove this. One more is there, chain code query. That also will removed. Cool. Now, yeah, everything is removed now. Now we have only Node SDK, Node modules, and package.json. So very first what we'll do, we'll create things one by one. We need to create app.js, the proper folder structure we'll create here. So very first we'll create app.js, Node SDK. We can create a file called .js. Okay. So this will be treating as my index file, right? App.js will be my I'm going to create the server. Okay. And we'll follow proper structure over here. We need to create a routes. So create one folder called routes. The same. Let's create routes. And then we need one more folder called controllers. Okay. So let's create over here called controllers. Controller is something where we're gonna define our all the functional things, all the main logic of our APIs that is inside my controllers. Okay. In routes, we'll define our routes, APIs, API route. And then let's define one more folder called services to use my functions like invoke Chaincode, or where we are using our, you can say, credentials, right? So for that, we will using the services. So this is the four different three folder structure what we're gonna use over here. So it's not compulsory to use same naming convention. This is the standard one what I'm using. Feel free to use anything with respect to your, but this is the mostly standard projects what we follow, right? This is a standard structure. Now what we need to do, inside controller we have to create multiple files with respect to our logic. When we say with respect to logic, in the sense we have my smart contract, right? So if you go inside smart contract, we have three different smart contracts over here. Where is that? Chaincode JavaScript. Insert that. We have contracts. So yeah, we have fund contract, token contract, and user contract. Okay. So for these three contract, we have different functions that we already saw. So these all functions we need to call from our API, right? So to use this thing, what we're gonna do, we're gonna call it from our Node SDK controller. So we have to set up things properly. So very first what we'll set up the user functions. Okay. So before user functions, we have to set up our fabric services. We can say we can call it as fabric service, or we can call it as normal service function or files, where we're gonna write register helpers and invoke chain code helpers and all those things. So let's go to the Node SDK, go inside service. Let's create one file called fabricService.js. Okay. Now inside this, what we're gonna create. So this is like same one where the package will be required similar what we have in a register function. These are the Fabric CA service. This is Fabric CA client what we are using to connect with our network. Then Fabric network where we will create a gateway and wallets against that, right? So that's what is important for us. Now what we'll do, we'll create here multiple functions. Let's go one by one. Let's first see our register user function. So we need to register the user. So to register user, what we need to do? So I just pasted the code over here to register user. Simple one. So first we are asking for organization ID, admin ID, user ID, and user role. Okay, these are the things. Because why I'm asking organization ID, in previous setups in my previous playlist, we used to use same org1 or org2 sort of thing. But here we need explicitly different organization IDs. We have different 3 organizations. So based on from which organization you want to register that particular user, so they will send their org ID, then admin ID. Inside that organization, we need a admin ID as well. So admin ID we need to create before calling this register user function. So we'll see how to create that as well. Okay. So admin ID, user ID, and user role. Perfect. So there is so this is simple. Very first thing, line number 14, which is defining the path. Now you can check the path again properly. So this is my current directory. This is my current directory. I get one directory back. One directory back, come into the Node SDK. Now I went again one directory back. Then I'll go outside the Node SDK. Okay. Then I'll go to the Fabric samples. So that's how it is. And it's important from where this function is getting called. So how that particular path will work. So that's how my wallet directory is also there. And then based on that, I'll check is that wallet is already there. If not, then we have to create that user ID against that wallet. So here what we are doing, we are passing as of now explicit attributes. We are calling that department. So we can call it as department1 or anything. Just a different naming convention we can use. Again, we can treat this as a variable, like inside that organization you are coming from which department. As of now, we are not doing that level of high level of access management, but this is a very good place to give a naming convention to your to your credential or to your certificate based on user or type. So you can, as of now we are giving role as a client, so you can also define your explicit role here itself, and then we are defining the attributes as well. So this is what we are checking in our smart contract. So what is there based on their attributes, we are checking the role, and then UUID is for making that user unique, and that this will be like their username sort of thing, right? So this is, and we are using here X509 identity certificates. This is a advanced encryption type of certification over there. Okay, so this is the main register function. Now we have here register function, but before that we need admin credentials as well, right? So we need admin certificate. So what we'll do, so again we have to create here register government admin certificate sort of thing, or we need a script to register government admin, or maybe first we can say admin or government admin. So high level, if you go to readme, in readme we have already defined which organization we have. Org1 is platform MSP, org2 is government, and org3 is NGO. So when we are saying org1 is platform, so when we are adding, in previous video we added the org3 in our complete network. So at that time we used by default as org1's credential, org1 organization MSP, to onboard it, to create a new channel and then connect with the channel, do the endorsement and all those things. There where org1 we have already using as a platform MSP. Now let's create a script for register government admin. So this is for org2. We'll consider this register government admin is connected with the org2. That what we're going to consider over here. Okay. So here So what we are gonna do here, similar, what we have used there, use stick. That same thing we're gonna use here. Same packages we required, but after that what we do, will call this function. We won't be having a register function here. We'll use, instead of register, we'll use here main function to simply create same thing, the register, same approach we have did, but here explicitly I'm using the org2. Here you can see I'm using here org2, and if I'm going outside this Node SDK, and then after that I'm passing the fabric samples. Perfect, right? Because this is a parallel one, right? It is not inside fabric sample, so this is parallel. If I step out from this Node SDK, immediately I'll get a fabric sample. So that's the path here. And then I'll we have to create a wallet. If wallet is not there, it's automatically going to create that wallet folder, not an issue. And then first we will generate here government admin certificate. Okay, the name of that certificate will be government admin, and then MSP. You can see here I'm using here MSP or to MSP. Yes, and one more thing here. This is we are using here enrollment ID as admin, and enrollment secrets is adminpw. So uh, this is something which is already defined in our CA, certificate authority, we are using here to enroll my admin. So if you want to check that, how to check that, how to check this admin and this password, I have already explained this thing, but I'll show you one more time. So if you go inside your test network, search for the compose files, and then you can search for the CA AML file, right? So compose CA. So here you can see your CA org2 org1, and at the same time you'll see the password as well here, command admin and password. You see, to start, this is the user and this is the password, that what we use over here, right? So that same thing we have to use to start, right? So that is what it is here. Inside Docker also you can export that in Docker compose CA. Maybe I think that is in a compose file only. Yeah. Cool. So now let's go down, just close this fabric sample. Let's go to register government, and let's try to now register our admin. Okay. With the org2. Just we have to make sure that we have a correct path. Now let's try to run this particular stuff. Just let make sure that now you are inside Node SDK. Do node and then call register government admin. Just enter. Hopefully it should work. Fail to enroll. Oh, yeah. Because I don't have my, I have not started the network yet. So we have to start and then it will work. So similarly, what we need to do now here. So first we have to set up our network. So you know that how to start the network. If you not know, please start your network, onboard your organization, and then run this command, and it will work. Let me do that quickly. Let's go to this folder. What I will do, first I would like to create this one more certificate for NGO. So I'll simply copy paste this and I'll rename this as NGO admin. Government, instead of government I'll say register NGO admin. Okay, and then I gonna change wherever is org2, control F, org3, because we know org3 is my NGO. I replaced it everywhere. Now let's read the file again, if is there anywhere org3 present, org2 present. Yes, one place I can see. Yes, here instead of org2 we need to give here org3 MSP. And wherever I'm treating it as government GOV admin, I'll just make it as NGO admin. I'll make it as NGO admin. Cool. So we need two different admins. So let's check. Perfect. So all the places it's gonna work. So replace all. Now, so when I will run my network, I'll test both the script at the same time. Cool. Amazing. Now let's go to fabric samples and do ls. Go to test network. What we need to do, we have to open the readme file. Just grab the command to start the network. So this is for couch tip. This is for this is the one. Up the network with channel. Simply with sudo run it. They'll ask for password, enter the password. That's it. Sometime it's worked. Sometime it might give error due to some net issue or terminal issue or maybe Docker issues. So you have to be aware properly when you are checking. Make sure that things are working fine. Yes, I can see things are working fine. Okay. Cool. Perfect. Yes, everything is working fine. Now, uh, we don't need to miss now one important step. We have to add org3 as well to test our org3 NGO admin. So let's go to change directory to add org3 and then do clear and run this command over here. Sudo add org3 sh up ca -s couchtdb. Now let's wait for this to get things up and then we'll test our script. Yes. Yeah, it's up. Okay, reading blocks, endorsement is done. Looks good. My channel's joining the my channel. Okay. Why it's failed again after 5 attempts? Peer 0 3 has failed to join the channel. The same stuff we got the error. So this is used due to some terminal issue sometime. I saw this error previously as well. And how I figured it out, I'll tell you. Just go to network down. Just put your network down. So I'll do sudo add org down. So here add org down also we can do. So it will run the same. It will trigger the same command to down the network underneath. So everything will get down. I'll remove it. I'll just simply log in it again, and then of course it's gonna work.